Hi babes, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Vanessa, Nessa, Sessa, Yaya, V, all of the above depending who you are. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I am going to be sharing with you guys a few of my fall staples, my fall capsule wardrobe to say. Every single year when fall comes back around, I pull these items out with the exception of changes of the color. So obviously during 2024 fall there are certain colors that are trending, so that is pretty much how I tend to play around with trends, by bringing those colors in and finding staples or essential pieces in those colors. So let's jump right into the video. So let's start with the very first obvious thing. I think once the weather starts to get cool outside, first and foremost what we all want to pull out are our sweaters. Therefore I have to start with sweaters. I do have a couple of sweaters on here just to give you guys options and show you guys different types of sweaters that I do have in my closet. So the very first two are going to be obviously the seasonal colors. I actually went ahead and thrifted these two colors in order to kind of play around with them, because I'm not really big on red, but I have been loving the cherry theme. I talked about this in my last video. If you missed that, definitely go and check that out. So I felt like an inexpensive way to add this into my collection would be sweater. I do love dripping sweaters on my shoulders, so I picked these two up. We have kind of like a v-neck sweater here. This one is a rich cherry brownish color, so I definitely love this color. This is something that I can definitely play around with even outside of this trend. The next one, honestly, I purchased this one mostly for the sweater drip over my shoulder. I liked this rich color here, but I like the fact that it has this really nice loose turtleneck, so I will be definitely wearing this as well just to play around with this color. So this is by Club Rome. It is 100% wool, which I really like. That's a great thing about thrifting stuff like this. You find really great fabrics. I love thrifting for the fabric purposes. These type of fabrics, typically if you go on the website, you might be looking at maybe around $50, whereas I pay about $5.99 per sweater. So, and you just have to make sure you're picking out good quality pieces. The next sweater I've had in my closet now for a couple of years. I picked this sweater up from Urban Outfitters a couple of years ago, and I just really like the cut on this. So it's very soft, very cozy. It has that cream color. You have like a ivory, it's like a change in tones on the sweater. I typically do end up unbuttoning these buttons because I just like the look, but you can keep that button. And I just love the dip in the cut of the side. It goes high to low. I really like this sweater, especially for a crop sweater moment. So this is one of my favorite every single fall. I'm excited to pull this out and start to play around with it, but I like this color scheme for, you know, my neutrals. This is more my vibe, my comfy vibe. The next sweater I want to talk about, this was actually gifted to me from a friend of mine, so I'm really excited to play around with this. It is very bright, obviously, for what I like to wear. I wish this was in like a cream or beige, but I really wanted to show this to you guys because I love how fun the sleeves are. This brand is ICB brand. It is 100% wool. Once again, great quality, perfect for this time of the weather or even going into winter time. This is pretty great. Even though orange is not the color of the season, I still really love this sweater. Let's talk about sweatshirts. Sweaters and sweatshirts go hand in hand, but a sweatshirt that around this time I always bring out and I really do get so many use from it will be my 30 years sweater. You guys, I'm sure have seen this on me. I wear this at home a lot, and I like to style this on a casual day. It is pretty oversized. It's like a nice chocolatey color, especially this chocolate has been in now since 2020. I think during the pandemic we started really enjoying our muted colors, nude colors, but this year, or this season specifically, we're looking at more deeper chocolate colors, so this kind of plays right into that. So I love this sweatshirt. The next item that I've talked about many times on my channel, and especially during this time of the season, this is the best thing you can add to your collection, and that is button down shirts, including the one I am wearing today. I did also thrift this shirt, and I really love the fabric. It has like the suede fabric, which is also in right now. But two of them that I also wanted to kind of show you guys are these two button down shirts. I do think thrifting is the best way to find button down shirt, blazers, these type of pieces, because they can go from season to season, and it's easy to just keep in your closet. So this one I picked up recently. I really like this suede, and then my classic white button down, because that's a essential, having like a classic black and a classic white. I do have a classic black in my closet as well. I have browns. These are pretty great around this time because you can easily throw this on top of your clothes, because the weather right now, it might start off warm or cold in the morning, and then it might get warm during the day. I know where we are now, that's kind of what we're experiencing. So having a button down options in your closet that you can put maybe like a basic tee underneath and just throw a button down shirt on top, and be able to take that off when it starts to get really hot, is a great thing for you to have in your wardrobe. Let's talk about this sweater that I did pick up from the thrift store, more so because the color. Once again, I currently have 3 red burgundy sweater in my collection. Prior to that, I have no burgundy sweater. I do have a red shirt, like crop top, 2 crop top shirts, but this one specifically, I was really excited to find this. It is on the brighter side, but it's that deep cherry red at the same time. So I really love that about this shirt. And what I like is that it is a zipper, and one is 100% wool. Love that. And it's by Eagle Eye. This type of sweatshirt in stores will probably run you about $100. So obviously I thrifted this, which was a steal. And you have a zipper. It has these silver zipper on here. This will go perfectly with that red and gray theme that's kind of going on right now, or even a black or some sort of silver, even cream underneath this. This is kind of like one of those essential sweaters, especially if you're not afraid of colors. I will link down below other options you guys can check out, but you guys know I always will advocate for thrifting first before you go to the store. So love this piece of sweater, and it's nice and thick, and I've already wore it once at home. I tend to make sure I pay attention to good quality thrift stores. I really like shopping from thrift stores that do take care of their items and that have decent items there, not Goodwill. I'm sorry, I do not go to Goodwill to shop for clothes. So there are a lot of consignment shops you can shop at that sell really good items. So finding yourself a nice secondhand store that sells great quality pieces is the best way to go. And then of course, whenever I purchase something from there, I either dry clean it, or I wash them myself. So let's move on to the next item on here, which is kind of in between. It's like a button down but a blazer at the same time. These type of sweatshirts are pretty great because they are really warm, and once again, it's easy for you to throw over your clothes and take them off when you get too hot. But this is more so approaching when it starts to get a bit colder. This is nice to kind of have, and or this type of shirt is nice to have to style. I feel like it's kind of like a good blazer option. You can even still throw this over a dress or a skirt outfit to keep yourself warm. So something like this. Let's talk about blazers, because blazers are essential, you know. Blazers are a no-brainer, so I'll briefly show you guys two of these. We have this wool gray blazer and I have a wool tan blazer. So obviously I have tons and tons and tons of blazers in my closet, but I specifically wanted to shout these two out because of the fabric. Of course, any type of blazer around this time, blazers are very similar to button down but thicker depending on the weather. So something like this, these are a great way for you to elevate your outfits. So I just think blazers are a staple. As soon as fall hits, I start to pull out my blazers because they are essentials to me. Another blazer option is, you know, your regular traditional blazer. This one is a navy blue one. You guys have seen me wear this one as well. It is wool at the same time, and that's why I keep stressing going and shopping secondhand, because wool is an expensive fabric, but you find these type of fabrics so easily at the thrift store. As you guys can see, there's so many wools on this rack and you pay not even a fraction of the price, like pay barely anything for it. Next up, let's talk about our denim jackets. Obviously now is the season for denim because they are lighter. They're not as heavy as, let's say, a wool. The wools will kind of be when it's a bit colder, but if you wanted to be a little bit more dressy and maybe you don't want to throw on a button down, that's where these come in handy. But these can also layer really nicely over a button down shirt. These two specifically are from Zara, as you can see, and I'm just showing you guys two different color palettes here. I don't have a black denim. I do have a few deep blue denim jackets, but I just like how relaxed these two fit, and they are really easy to style. Let's talk about our skirts. So the two that I have at the moment are more so, I'm going to be discussing more so the fabric of these. We have a leather skirt here, and then I also have kind of like a knitted skirt. I've styled both of these skirts here with you guys. I did thrift both of them, but I will link down below other places that you can purchase something like this. But these two fabrics are great around this time because leather, as it's starting to get cold, this is a staple obviously in your closet, and then that knit fabric kind of keeps you warm but breathable at the same time, especially for those days that it's kind of cold outside. Fabrics like these are great as the weather starts to change, especially now that we can kind of layer our outfits, or layering your outfits are kind of in right now. Now is a great time for pieces like these. Next up, let's talk about our trousers. You guys know I wear trousers kind of year round. Like many other things, trousers come in different fabrics, so depending on the season, really you can wear trousers anytime. Just pay attention to the fabric that you are purchasing. Therefore, you can buy a lighter fabric for the summertime. For the fall and then winter, you start to change the fabric of the types of pants that you're wearing. So which is why I'm showing these two pants to you guys, these two trousers. This one is from Because of Alice. It's taper and tailored. It kind of goes straight down, which is kind of what we're saying now anyways for the season. And then the second option I'm showing you guys are these. I believe these are wool trousers. They are 98% wool and then nylon. So something like this is nice as the weather is getting a little bit colder. You can even wear trousers to dinners when you're hanging out with your girls. I've styled trousers in so many different ways. You can wear them and still be sexy at the same time. So these are a staple for me year round, and more so these color tones are kind of great for the fall vibe. Next up, let's talk about leather jackets. Leather jacket staple. First leather jacket on here. This is so heavy, so heavy. So I don't know what brand this is, but I lucked out on this jacket because I did buy this for, was it 60 or 50, something like that. It is so heavy. Look how like sturdy this sort of jacket is, and it's very like biker girl or something like that. But leathers are staples around this time, especially against burgundy, leather burgundy. And you can also layer this. It even starts to transition from the fall into our winter months, but fall is when you want to start bringing out your leathers, and start by bringing out your light leathers. I have a couple of leather jackets. Actually, I think I have a leather trench right now. Leather trenches are in, which is why I'm going to show you guys the next trench coat that I have on here. I bought this jacket a couple of years ago from Zara. I do not think they sell this. You guys know Zara kind of bring things out and then they get rid of them. So this is one of my fall staples, and it just so happens to also be trending this year. But this is a leather pleather, because this isn't 100% leather, but it's that burgundy color, which is so perfect for this season. So this is going to be a fun coat for me to wear. I do have a matching hat with this coat, and I can't wait to style that again. The color and the leather trench is trending right now. So but this is naturally a staple of mine anyways, because I do bring it out every fall. So I'm excited to play around with this girl. The first set of shoes, I mean, both of them are kind of very similar. It's just a different brands, different style. We have the classic Birkenstocks here. I have two of these. I have it in the leather kind, and then this is the fabric kind. So I do need to get these dry cleaned, but I need to find someone that does do like the suede and can take care of this really nicely. So these are really great during this time, because it's not really cold at the moment, but some days you don't want to have your toes out. Grab yourself some Birkenstocks. Or another option of this is Zara does sell quite a few of these Birkenstocks or mules type of slides. So this is one of them that I do love. It's a black pair. I also have these kind that I got from Zara a couple of years ago. I think this is also pretty great to have for this time of the season, and more so because it kind of reminds me of the loafers that are in right now, but they're mule. They're loafer style, but in a mule form, which you kind of have to really be creative in styling these. Yeah, you kind of just have to be creative, but I feel like something like this would be cute with a preppy look, or your trousers or something like that. I don't wear these too much, but I feel like this season I probably could get a really good, I could get a good amount of uses from this right now, because like I said, it's a combination of that loafer style mules, which both are a great pair to have. So these are from Zara as well. But any type of mules, lots of, I have a husky in her hair. Some of these shoes I had in the sunroom, in my sunroom downstairs, so they're covered in her hair. So anyways, these type of meals, or any type of meals or slides, are pretty great to have around this time, because it's just necessary, honestly. And then lastly, let's talk about booties. At the moment, I only have black booties. My sister did give me a cream set of booties, which are still in the back of my car, but I do need to pick up a nice brown pair, and I do have on my wish list to get like a nice deep cherry pair of boots. But honestly guys, I'm actually doing a no spend October. I didn't think this one through, so I don't know if I'll be able to purchase it before, well, I'll probably be getting it for November and December, which is still fitting. But my goal is to get a nice pair of boots and some knee-high boots. I don't have any knee-high boots in my collection, and where I'm at now, I want to kind of venture out into more of that. But the very first pair are these suede boots, and then they have silver lining around just the front half of it. But suede is what we are wearing this season, so these boots I love. Look how sexy they look. I just think These are really sexy and they're comfortable because they're a chunky pair of heels, so they are really easy to just style and go, but I just think they are sexy. And then the next pair of boots that are my fall staples are these pair of boots that I got from Nine West, but this is more dressy or sophisticated because you have that pointy toe and it's a skinny heel versus the other one that is a thicker heel. So this gives you that socks type of fabric or stockings type of fabric on here, which is really nice and very sexy. So I really look at the heel in the back. This is just a sexy pair of heels, so it is still breathable. It's not like the other fabric, but this is a staple of mine, even though I have not gotten much uses out of that, so I need to wear that more this season. That's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of my video. I greatly appreciate your time. I will catch you guys when I catch you. Stay humble, stay fashionable, stay stylish, and bye guys.